have lost human life in the name of faith healing. Let not human life be lost due to lack of knowledge, when science has done so wonders for the virus.
Zimbabwe has achieved great strides toward reducing the prevalence of HIV and AIDS. According to UNAIDS, this rate has dropped drastically from 100,000 per year to the current levels of 60,000 per year, a clear indication that most people living with HIV and AIDS in Zimbabwe are accessing antiretroviral drugs. However, certain groups of people living with HIV have resorted to faith healing, which may end up hindering the progress made toward achieving the projected targets by 2020. It is for these reasons that SAF-AIDS and ZNNP+, with support from ARASA, brought together traditional leaders, traditional healers, prophets, ministers of religion, faith healers, and other stakeholders within government and civil society for a national stakeholders dialogue. This dialogue covered faith healing and the national HIV strategic response.
Zimbabwe network of people living with HIV in partnership with SAF-AIDS, with support from ARASA. We have been in a partnership for 2 years. This was a multi-year funded partnership focusing on HIV and issues to do with human rights. As you would know that we are looking at a rights-based approach to HIV programming, where we are saying it starts with the individual, where they need to claim their space and their rights to demand for access to services. But for people to demand access to services, they need to be empowered. So we were looking at a lot of interventions that looked at empowering and strengthening community systems. We have trained CHASAs, we have trained community cadres to ensure that at community level people are aware of HIV dynamics so that they can actually claim their rights.
The overall project, entitled Zimbabwe HIV, TB and Human Rights Training and Advocacy Program, is aimed at setting legal policy and creating a social environment in Zimbabwe where people living with HIV and TB and other vulnerable key populations access acceptable, affordable, and quality sexual and reproductive health services, HIV and TB prevention treatment, and care services.
As an organization, we complement national efforts to reduce HIV and also to increase uptake of SRH, HIV, and TB services. This dialogue, basically, we wanted to engage various stakeholders, mainly the faith healing sector, which includes the traditional medical practitioners as well as the Western sectors. By Western, I mean the hospitals and the clinics. Because our vision as an organization is also to contribute to the 2020 agenda, where we are saying by 2020, 90% of the people should actually know their HIV status, and 90% are put on treatment, and 90% with viral suppression, so that we end AIDS by 2030. That's our vision, to end AIDS.
UNAIDS is advising people living with HIV to avoid the risk of substituting prayer for the necessary medical care or treatment that is required for their illness.
My diverse populations, my migrants, children and adolescents, sex workers, those who have not disclosed. And my population at notice vanhu vanenge vakaitsvaka kusenta kumbunyikidzwa handiti tinovabatsira sei semadzishe sevafundisi sevarapi saka tinoda kuti tikurudzire. The only way we can reach the 90 is by creating strong community environments. Munhu anotestwa, munhu otanga mapiritsi, asi munhu anozongoregedza mapiritsi nekuti anamatirwa, nekuti ataurirwa nambuya kuti ndinokugadzira muzukuru. Saka ndinovimba kuti pakurukura kwatichaita nhasi tichabatsirana kuti tione kuti sevafundisi, semadzishe, sevanorapa mumakapasiti akasiyana siyana tinobatsirana sei ne-HIV response yedu yema-ARVs kuti vanhu varambe vachinwa mapirizi.
Can this objective be achieved? Pastor Caroline Maposhere opens the floor.
Vafundisi vari muno vanoziva here vese?
People are emotional at times.
Yes.
If you pray for someone, a neck support, they quickly remove it and throw it there, and they want to run. You tell them put it back. The people who put it there go and see them. They'll tell you, let them remove it and let them test and give you a certificate.
The preacher man will say, Iwewe, if you believe, take that strap right away.
Yes.
Today, in the evening service, ndoda kuti vese vane HIV, come nema bodoro enyu, nema whatever, leave your medication here. What exactly are you encouraging the adolescent who is living with HIV?
It's not kuti mufundisi anogona kuteregera mapirisi as such, but the language inenge yauswa muchechi imomo inogona kuita munhu anoenda kumba ane two minds dzekuti ndomwe ndoregerei because ndanzi I'm healed. Is it spiritually or physically? So kana ndahiliwa spiritually, I should continue with my medication. But if it is physical, should I continue?
Yeah, media. I think yakakosha. Ndikufara kuti muna vanhu ve media muno. Munhu anenge achikuda achitaura kuti ndakahilwa ndakatosiya mapirisi angu tichimubvumira nationally internationally. Munhu uya akaonekwa munhu anga asiri kuziva ari kure kuroko achatozvionawo and then obva kuti saka kandiende kuchechi inohilwa. Saka pamedia panoda mapolicies anocontrola zvinhu zvatinopa kuvanhu vedu so that atidistort information.
We've also lost 2 adolescents kuma issues ekuti vanga vachiregedza kumwa treatment yavo, and some of the questions that they ask us ndeidzodzo kuti ingwani chechiri kutaura kuti chi ndava healed by faith. Saka isusu chatinombosivakurudzira ndechekuti faith healing iri pama different levels. Sometimes you are healed spiritually sezvambotaura zvichireva kuti wakukwanisa kuchigamuchira status yako, wagamuchira status yako wakukwanisa kuita a positive mindset urarame upenyu hwako. It doesn't necessarily mean kuti once you are healed zvakureva kuti that disease has been extracted.
Virus haingaperi nekunamatiwa, haingaperi nemasaramusi, asi kuti disease yese inodhisurwa nechi nemishonga.
38-year-old mother of 4, Margaret Cement, was advised to stop taking ARVs by her church leader, citing that she was possessed by a demon.
Mazuva ndakatanga kutestwa HIV sitipoka ndanga ngari pa 350. Pandakazoenda kunotariswa sitipoka yangu yenge yapa 115. Mwana wangu andakabereka pandakaregera kunwa mapirisi akasvika pakuzoparara nekuda kwekuti panguva yandakaregera kunwa mapirisi mwana ndakabva ndamuzvara aine chirwere cheHIV. Asi zvakanzi aiwa nekuda kwekuti wakarasa kutenda kwako saka mwana wachadini achafa. Saka pakadaro pandoko pandakazoona kuti apano zvanetsa ndokubva ndasiya kupostori. Nhasi ndiri kunamata kuPentecostal Church inonditendera kunwa mapirisi angu. Ivhera Lord yangu yapa TNG kuroti is not detectable. Asi ndiri kuramba ndichinwa mapirisi. Vera Lord yangu ndikati ndini ndatotanga kuda first 1990 suppression.
What should we say about that person? Waivarambidza kuti vamwe mapirisi. I'm happy, we are thinking, we are reflecting. Experience again.
Mushure mekunge murume wangu afa, ndapinda second marriage. Ndiri kunwa mapirisi angu kudaro. Saka ndapinda second marriage, murume wangu aida Mwari zvakanyanyisa. Ndobva ndamuteera kuchechi. Taenda kuchechi uku. Inini ndiri kunwa mapirisi akazi ngapindawo pamushonga nekuti tese taizivana zvatanga tiri. Ndobva mufundisi zvikanzi mushonga wakashata. Inini nekusada kuteerera ndakatanga kuwanda murume wangu pasaidi. Ndichitora mushonga uya ndichinyepera kumwe tainwa pamwe chete asi nini wangu ndaiswara ndakana mutoiridzi. Ndisingani ndakadefaulta ndakarwara. Zvoroti mufundisi akati aiwa haasimbori mapirisi kuri mweya chino madhimoni. Ndakazvigamuchira nekuti mufundisi akanga ati zveAIDS hapana. Andimukona zvandiri izvi. Ndakanga ndasvika pakoma kuda kufa ezvinozvi munotontarisa nditori nani
handi machechi ese ari kutohanisa chechi kana musapinde vamushonga pane mamwe machechi ari kuita mushroom of late ndiwo vamwe vacho ari kubva anetsa emajuveniles futi vasina kana any diploma kana certificate kana bhaibheri racho haramboita simba pamauko but vanga vakupirichaka anopiricha kufanana vana vanga jesu munhu obva akonivinzika
tine problem neimmaturity yemapastors ari kusimuka nefaith yakanaka yemaemotions nokutaura kuti tisiya wapora wapora tisiya eno imimi vanoorganiza saka muchitsvaka mahead of denominations iwawo mombobata mutaura navo monzwa zvavanotaura.
Some Pentecostal and other Christian churches consider faith healing to be one of the greatest gifts of the Holy Spirit. A pastor from UFI Ministries explains the joy of witnessing deliverance and healing in that church.
There are some people who are religiously following and taking their ARVs, and it's not working for them. And whatever needs the spiritual, if it is a demon, we cast. Right now, if there is someone with a demon and I want to cast right now, I can cast even right here.
However, those who have witnessed many deaths through false prophecy consider the whole idea of faith healing to be offensive and misleading.
You are healed, sister. Go and get tested again. All those two statements, it's not there is something. Faith is about my brain, the psychological, my emotions and so forth.
Suggestions were put forward that a regulatory mechanism be put into place to monitor all churches practicing harmful norms that are misleading people.
Ngatitei targeted transformation kuti vaone zvakanaka muzvakaipa zvekuitika. Through that ngative neregulatory mechanism yekutarira mabodies avo nemachurches avo kuti vari kuita those harmful norms, can they be targeted netargeted intervention kuti vachinje maitiro avari kuita.
Faith healing is usually persuasive in nature as it promises cure and therefore becomes hard to resist.
Ndiri mumwe munhu anga ane notion futi yekuti ukanoona matirwa napasta HIV, there is no reason yekuteka mapills. Nekukura nekudzidza and through this organization taakuziva kuti no, kunyange Jesu akauya through mweya mutsvene, but kune vamwe vana vanotoda a physical experience.
Leti sitangatarangana kuti nyaya iyi tiisire kumadzisha. Madzisha ndiwo ane simba. Ndiwo anogona kushedza mufundisi kuti mufundisi uyapo. Vanhu vako handisida kuti ndidisturbe vana. Asi zvandiri kuda mudunhu randogara kana randotonga. Ndoda kuti vanhu vese vatestwe. Kana vatestwa vanonwa mapiritsi, ndoda kuti uvaregere vachinwa mapiritsi.
Safu yedziyo iyi ngavaone kuti vakumbire here kuhurumende kuti ipai masimba kumadzimambo nemadzisha avo, ndiwo chete vanhu vanonzikwa kana vakadedzera musangano, ndiwo vanonzikwa kuti nemasabhuku avo.
Does faith healing have a place in the law? Elizabeth Mangenje from Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights explains that it is everyone's right to choose which church to attend.
So if it comes to an adult, which is a person of above the age of 18, if that person chooses to say, and because my pastor has said your faith has made you well, then the law cannot do anything about it. Because a person has the right to self-autonomy and has got the right to freedom of conscience, and the right to health is there for the taking, but you can choose not to take it. So the law cannot intervene. When it comes to children, the law becomes protective. So even when it comes to religion, it therefore means kana chitendero chenyu chichiti atimwi mapiritsi, mwana akarwara ukasamuendesa kuchipatara uri kutyora mutemo. Iwewe wakarwara wakachuza kufa, ifa hako, asi mwana haukwanisi kumuchuzira kuti afe, handiti?
Some faith healers are becoming aware of the legal implications of healing people this way, as some of the practices around faith healing have resulted in many deaths as a result of improper treatment.
We are limited, we are governed by the principal rule, know your limit.
As custodians of the culture and traditional practices, and as the leaders and trendsetters in their respective communities, chiefs and traditional leaders have to impart knowledge to the people in their communities.
We are an indispensable strategic partner of reducing and managing stigma and discrimination. So work with us, chiefs. It is therefore imperative that to know that the impartation of knowledge and understanding of stigmatization and discrimination is a deliverance. It brings people out of the dungeons of societal disintegration, psychological and moral deterioration. It rescues souls from darkness to light, from ignorance to understanding, from death to life.
Dr. Laborde feels that people should reflect more on what they love to do most.
If you were to raise a Christian here and ask them, who do you believe more, your doctor or your pastor? So let's acknowledge and accept that our mindset of the majority of Zimbabweans, majority, whether we like it or not, let's understand the mindset. There's something they believe. So let's call these people, target the pastors themselves, as much as you can, to say, please, we want to work with you, and we want you, this is the starting point now.
The National Coordinator for International Network for Religious Leaders Living with or Personally Affected by HIV and AIDS in Zimbabwe, Mr. Zvidzai Chiponda, recommends dialogues between pastors and all religious leaders, and also to capacitate religious leaders.
The religious leaders are also a serious default in terms of understanding issues of HIV and AIDS, and also Christians, they are manipulated. How can you be so vulnerable to such abuse? To take stones, put them at your breast, and then cancer is killed. Take this and put it there, and then you are healed. That's nonsense. We need to capacitate our people to be able to stand firm for their faith. The government need to find these target areas, target pastors, and go there and camp there so that they can seriously tackle them. Investigating and criminalize those who are stopping people from taking therapies. It's a criminal offense. Engage in massive media campaigns. Let's go on TV, radio, wherever, so that we parade ourselves in terms of our perspectiveness of HIV and healing.
Advocacy is a game of numbers. And if as a way forward, starting from today onward, let's make a resolution to work closely together and pick on issues, real issues, evidence.
It's not easy to change somebody's faith, but this is about somebody's socialization within the context of religion. But the way in which we have made a commitment to start the debate so that people have to talk about it, people have to be open about it, it really sets the direction for something which is good on our way.
ZNNP Plus Director, Mr. Dagobert Mureriwa, wishes to work collectively with the churches and also to capacitate the traditional leaders and the churches to achieve the 2030 HIV reduction target.
As ZNNP Plus, we are saying we have not been doing much with the faith-based organization, and this platform has unlocked a lot of synergies that we need to leverage on to ensure that we work collectively with the church. We have also noted that if we are looking at sustainability domestic funding options, the church provides a mechanism where if we engage them, they can also provide additional resources that can complement our efforts, complement efforts for National AIDS Council. So we're challenged as ZNNP to say we're not doing enough in terms of engaging the church, and we need to do more in terms of capacitating the pastors, capacitating traditional healers, capacitating also even the traditional chiefs. The pledge that was made by the chiefs here to say whenever we go to the community, they should be the key entry point for us to mobilize. As a network, our niche is on community mobilization. But what we liked today is that we have found new champions at community level that can actually join us as champions to mobilize the community for uptake of services, for compliance to services, so that as Zimbabwe we don't regress in terms of the gains that we have made.
As an information dissemination organization on HIV and AIDS, SAF-AIDS wishes to take this program beyond Zimbabwe in order to end HIV and AIDS by 2030.
We want to create a regional platform to engage various denominations and come up with maybe a roadmap in terms of how we should address this problem, which is quite common among our SADC countries. So what we need to continue dialoguing on is to make sure that the churches send the right messages.
ARVs are for all because God is for all. Stop stigma.